in the church, there has to be breaking of bread. The church was not established solely for spiritual purposes. It was also a cultural revolution. In some churches, you can easily identify their members because a distinct culture binds them together. If you check my church systems and structures for church culture, I've said that. Many charismatic churches seem unidentifiable as the elements of cultural identity and bonding appear to be missing. It is difficult to draw someone away from a church that has a recognizable culture. Listen, it's almost impossible to win a Jehovah's Witness to your church. It is extremely difficult to win somebody who is a Catholic to your church. Adventist. Why? Because it is not just a place to go to clap their hands. It's a culture they have. You can't watch the sports on a leopard, no matter the soap you use. Some people will never like this, your contemporary songs. This choral is when they hear, they start crying. Hymns. So there is a cultural element. And when you have a church like that, do you know that it's very difficult to get somebody from Lighthouse to your church? Except you don't do evangelism. When the person says, I'm from Lighthouse, that simply means you can't change me. If you don't take care, they will even turn you into their cell leader. I have never been able to. It's not possible. Some people, when they tell you, Church of Pentecost is like that. It's becoming like that. Church of Pentecost, one of the churches, they orient their church members. You can't go here, you can't go here. They say it. And you're a shepherd, you can't tell your church members not to follow something online. Your church members are listening to a man in Nigeria, and I say there's no tithe. He's in your church. After he has gotten breakthrough. Some doctrine are only preached by pastors who have made it. You have to discern voices. Some of the pastors, the thing they are teaching now, if they are taught it some time ago, they wouldn't have the church they have. Yeah. They have made it. There are churches all over. When you see a man teaching something he has not been teaching from the beginning, it may be a sign that he has already finished eating. This is not an inspiration. This is a word to a wise. Yeah. Hallelujah. Breaking of bread. So what I'm saying is that eating together establishes a culture in the church. Anyway, let me run through. Samson said my time is up. But I should add one more. It is difficult, yes. Sharing meals as a church creates more than fellowship. It establishes a cultural bond that strengthens identity, unity, and even a sense of belonging. Breaking bread continuously and effectively is a cultural anchor that reinforces the life of the church. The early church model of breaking of bread. One of the pastors was asking that the breaking of bread, is it the same as the communion? When you study the scriptures very well, it was not the same. In fact, the communion was supper. The last supper was actually a dinner. They came to eat. But there was a ritual Jesus did before the eating. There was a culture of continuous eating in the church. Are you here? All right. So the church left us a clear model of breaking bread and eating together. Some churches will wonder how to provide food and when to provide the food and all of that. I'm just trying to. Okay, so I will suggest 3 forms of breaking bread activities in the church. Now, breaking bread as a fellowship among believers. If the church is a family, then we must eat together. The family that eats together stays together. And the church does not necessarily have to fund eating activities from the church coffers. There are creative ways to practice breaking of bread. I'm coming to suggest some of them, then we close. Number 2, breaking bread as an outreach to outsiders. I said number 1, breaking of bread as fellowship among the believers. Number 2, as an outreach to outsiders. Number 3, breaking bread in expressing the Lord's love. 12 major examples of breaking of bread. Number 1, through the hospitality ministry of the church. A church should try as much as possible. I don't know how you call it. You can call it the culinary ministry of the church, the hospitality or protocol, any nice name that you have. But the essential thing is that it is a ministry that is created to be in charge of eating in the church. What does that ministry do? Number 1, they can sell finger foods in the church. I thought that the eating together is free. The purpose is not how we get it. The purpose is getting food to eat. Whether we bought it to eat or we were given to us for free, we are eating. That's the focus. So if you don't even have a church building, you cannot have a kitchen. I think I have a kebab stand by that roadside. And roast kebab, sell some drinks, snacks, finger foods in the church. Make sure there is eating in the church. It will affect the church. Number 1, it makes people find work to do in the church. There are certain people, they will become committed if certain duties are specifically assigned to them. Number 2, so number 1, hospitality ministry, a special ministry in the church will provide small chops or finger food. This encourages members to stay after the church service, converse, and build deeper fellowship. Everybody, when you close from church, in a hurry to go because they are hungry. Like there's something they can find to eat. As they stay around, they talk to each other. Friendship is being born. Listen, a person will become more committed to a church he has a friend in than a church that there is God in. Why? Because your church is not the only church that God is inside. So they can find God in another church, but they can't find that friend in another church. So you have to encourage friends in the church. And one of the ways this friendship is found is when we talk together. And what makes us talk together is when we eat together. Number 2, eating together during special occasions. I call it love feast. So that is the second thing you can do with breaking of bread. There is a special occasion in the church that we have to eat. It could be maybe the pastor's birthday or the day the church was established. So it is a special day. We organize a service, and after the service, during the service, or before the service, we eat. It can even be the dinner for the whole church. If you have a very big garden in your church, just turn it into a dinner grounds and let us eat. Are we following? Why? Because there was a lot of eating in the early church, and I will come there if there is. At least we have established that what made Stephen and Co come was because of eating. They were appointed to be in charge of food. It was that important. They kept eating from house to house. Number 3. Special services dedicated to eating together. These services can be designed around meals such as breakfast meeting or fellowship dinners where food and fellowship are served. Number 4, food outreach and food enrich. Enrich, that means providing food for new converts or members during special programs. So we are serving food to people in the church. Food outreach means sharing food with people outside of the church whilst ministering the gospel. In December, I went with Dr. Bempa on outreach. He went with over 1,000 packs of rice. He was just serving. We went to Osu, went to Agogloshi, all those things, and they would queue, and he's just serving for them food, and they preach to them. It's not something they do every day. It is a food outreach. So you can also decide that, okay, there are people in the church who are cooking, and they want to bless the church with 50 packs of rice. Let us go to that ghetto and give them the food and preach to them. Food is very important in the scheme of things. Number 5. Take away special Sundays. A special Sunday where food packs are distributed. These may be given to selected groups or to the entire congregation depending on resources. Then street giveaways. that is serving food to people on the street with or without preaching. This demonstrates the church presence and the care for the community the church belongs. Food hampers for the needy. Organize hampers for widows, children, teen, elders, or even pastors or other groups in the church. This may include special dinners with church leadership to honor and, for instance, the pastors of the church will have dinner with all married people in the church. And we do it. Our rooftop, that's what we use it for. There is nobody here that I've never had dinner with in this church. I didn't even pay 1 cedi. The church didn't pay 1 cedi. We have to eat together. Have you come for any of the dinners? What one was yours? Shepherds Fellowship. I organized all the shepherds. I want to have dinner with you. And in that fellowship, I asked them to ask questions about the church. Anything the church they don't understand. Anything they want to do in the church. Anything. We just talk. So we go into 11 midnight. 11 p.m. And people are just eating and drinking. It is not the church that pays for it. But it's a system to ensure that there is breaking of bread in the church. Yes, who else had come apart from shepherds? Elders. We also had elders dinner. Couples dinner. Couples. Yours was what? Pastor Eben's Bassanian. A cell that brings church people to church. We call it Bassan cell. So he has a Bassan cell. He brings people to church on Sundays. All the people that he brings there, he had dinner with them. Can you imagine? It has even gone to that extent. Pastors, chief elders, businessmen. Yes, in December we had dinner with all the businessmen. We have had dinner in Holiday Inn. We have had dinner in Palms Hotel. Yes, to just go and eat and talk. Yeah? Sound guys. All the people who are in charge of sound and logistics. Your leaders also took you for dinner. Where did you guys go to eat? You went to eat fufu with all the STL guys. Wow! That means we are seeing the apostolic age from house to house. Because I know some of the pastors host people in their homes and serve food to them. And mostly they are done on Mondays. Listen, your church will be a family. Let's say that you don't have a venue of yourself. You can organize it somewhere. You can go to a restaurant and tell the restaurant they should reserve this time and this time for you. You want to just, they will do it and they will take the money. Or, it is, one day, let me tell you something. There are a group of people in the church, I call them my daughters. And it was a certain experiment I was making. And I'm still making it. For instance, is it possible to take care of people that you have not given birth to? Or maybe it's just too long. One of them, I realized that he was not so committed with the church. But he was one of my daughters. I had a dinner with all the daughters. It was organized by my secretaries. And they paid for it. The secretaries paid for it. I think they spent maybe 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 to organize the food for them. In that meeting, I saw one of them. She has become the most faithful afterwards. In that, he was even surprised that I'm here having dinner with pastor. I'm not paying it in food buffet. They are just eating back and forth. Every Sunday, she's a dancer in church. I see her dancing. But she was not like that. Vacation. She doesn't stay close. She's a student. She was coming from the house. One of them, her father died. He went to tell the mother that the mother shouldn't cry because I'm her father. The mother came to church to come and thank me that she's mine, whatever. Breaking of bread. So they don't eat. So it doesn't mean we are carnal. There is no human being who doesn't eat. Pastors, always. I've eaten with them in my house. I've eaten outside with them. I've traveled to some places to go and eat. And the point is, for instance, fried yam, pork, sausage, fruit juice, Sundays. It's mostly common. And we just talk. On Sundays, when I'm doing meetings with my pastor, well, I don't do yes, whatever. We just sit down. And if nobody is just, we are just talking. I heard that you have got a new something. Actually, we just tease ourselves, we just talk. And sometimes they ask questions. I also ask, I heard that there's this one. Why do I do this? So which one is this? Which one is it? We are just having fellowship, conversation among ourselves. Because, look, every Sunday is a Boxing Day. There's too much pressure on the Sunday for pastors. When they declare the election results, you can see that Charlie, attendance was not good, offering was not good. Pressure has come in the system. So we relax Sunday night. Sometime Monday, we start the meeting. So all the firing starts on Monday, but Sunday, you just eat small chops. Small chops. Is it a good thing? No pastor in this church can say I'm a thief. How? They know me. They know everything about my life. My phone is always with them. When we call, they pick the call. They take me home. I don't go home alone. Why? I don't know. And some of them, they stay very far. Some of them, as they are driving me home, their wife is driving behind the car to go and drop me home, and then they'll sit with their wives and go home. There's one of my pastors, he's working with the registrar, whatever, Ghana auditors, whatever, so they have sent them to Bolga. If he was here, sometimes he sits here at 2 a.m. Pastor has so many meetings, he's sitting there like this. He's waiting for me to close to take me home. And when I'm in the car, hey boy, how are you doing? So this is how you treat your wife. Have you given her a gift? Valentine's, it's not like that. You should change this. Do this one. Do this. You don't have money. This is 500 cedis. Don't tell I'm the one who gave it to her. Tell her that this is what you are giving to her. We are friends. For instance, if you want to corner me, if you use my wife, it may not work because my wife is not interested in so many things. She will just listen, but she will not mind. But if you pass through some of the people around me, it will work very easy. For instance, they can always tell where I am. If there's a platform, if I'm going to preach somewhere, they put it there. All of them know. So before when I get there, see 20 pastors. They are not bodyguards. They are and this girl is part. Gifty is maybe some of them are working. She's outside. She's at the back there. Valerie is a doctor. She's not around. Martha is here around. They are also outside. I know where I'm going with them. I don't work. According to the Bible, it's wrong for the king to work alone. It's in my book, Travel Companions. Why the church pastor is a department in the church. I don't know. Do people read the book? Read it too. Read chapter 2. The pastor has a department in the church. How to run your protocol ministry for you, the pastor. You must have help at home, help in church, and help on the way. And how do you set it up? Pastors in the church told me I have to get a car for my house help so that he used it to pick my children from school. Because I cannot be picking, when we are in meeting, hey, I have to go and pick my children. They said, no, pastor. The guy is sitting in the car right now. He pays my children every day. It is because of this book. That is a system we teach in the church. It is wrong for me to be ironing when I have to read my Bible. So somebody must stay with me in my house and do those things for me. Why? We cannot save tables and leave the preaching and the teaching of the gospel. A pastor, on Sunday, you are the one mopping the floor because you are humble. It's not humility. It's not wrong. I have watched the floor. I've watched toilets in this church. When we were pulling down one of our buildings, when we finished building, the man who things enter, I jump into the toilet. I have pictures of it. Toilet all over me. So it's not that we don't. I will show you pictures of me missing concrete. A man brought us cement free of charge when he saw that the senior pastor was missing concrete in the church. I do menial jobs. But It is because at that time, I was not this busy.
Yeah.
The way I treat my clothes, I don't want anybody to touch it. I had to stop because it was, look, when I iron my shirt, it would take me 30 minutes or 1 hour. The way I was touch it, I realized I was wasting my time. I learned it from Pastor Chris. He said he was facing computers and Jesus rebuked him that is not your work. Get people to be repairing the computers that are faulty in your office. And focus on reading the Bible and praying and fasting. I'm fasting. I've been fasting since 1st February. Nobody in the church is fasting. Nobody. I'm the one fasting. God called me. I cannot come and put the bed in. All the church, we are fasting. Fast your fast. Yeah. This man of God, he was with me in Legon. Look, go and ask him the fastings we are doing. 100 days. 40 days. It's not today. You fast whether there is food or there is no food. Breaking of bread. So when I'm talking about breaking of bread, I'm not carnal. I'm talking about fellowship that was foundational in the church. Oh, I love that. Luke 24 on the road to Emmaus. Jesus preached all the revelations. They didn't know that was Jesus. The Bible says when he broke bread, he gave them, their eyes were open. As soon as they finished eating, their eyes opened. You don't know eyes that have been closed by hunger. If you don't love a lady, don't be accepting her food. You will fall in love. There's something called Bedianko. You are a single pastor. Every day you are eating from somebody's house. I ban every pastor in this church never to eat with anybody's house. It's not allowed in this church. You can't try it. Especially those who are not married. If a sister wants to give food to you, he should bring the money in an envelope. And you can go buy your own food. Except the lady is somebody you are courting. No problem. You can eat together. But this is bringing me food. I've seen some before. The guy went to eat and didn't return. He was my assistant sound engineer in the church. During the COVID. The girl was staying close to the church. And she was bringing him jollof. Because the COVID, nobody was going out. It was lockdown. He was bringing him anwamo. Before we realized, the guy has run away. As I talk to you now, they have a daughter now. She went to eat. And after eating, he ate. I mean, he's one of the most wonderful brothers. But you see, at the time, we didn't know this. We should have taught him. He was just innocent. And some girls are wild. They are like Jael. They will give you milk and press a wood in your chest and kill you. And the boy too was hungry. He used to stay with this boy. Then all of a sudden, he said he was in church because COVID, nobody is going out. It was locked down. So he was always in the church. And the girl too was close. Yeah, he would bring anwamo. The egg on it, they were like the eyes of ancestors. The eggs on the rice. It's like the eyes of the gods. Somebody that has not married you, he brings you rice, 2 eggs on it. Are you going to offer a sacrifice? As they were eating. One day the guy ran away, not knowing the girl was pregnant. Because she used to bring at a point, she was not bringing, he was going for it. I'm serious matter, we are laughing with it like that. Too. I love him, I still love him. I wish I could see him, but we tried reaching out, we called him, and we still didn't pick. He was not picking anybody's call. So sad. Next point. I'm almost done. Oh. When I'm preaching and people get up, it feels like I'm delaying, I'm taking too much time. They gave me up to 10:30. And I said I'll close at 10. So it's 10 now. Or I should end here. Let me finish with only the breaking of bread. And I'm almost done. Jesus is Lord. Number next, food gifts. A special occasion where members exchange gifts exclusively in the form of food. I will not explain. Food sponsorship in the church. Let me show you how this works. In our church, when we were doing International Sunday. In the International Sunday, we serve food to everybody in the church free of charge. And this is what we do. Please, we have International Sunday next month. What can you bring? A crate of egg, a pack of fruit juice, like that. The whole church. It's not my fault. You are not going to tell us what you don't have. I can bring 1 tin of milk, no problem. So based on all the things the whole church will bring, we use it to prepare something. And we keep eating out till you are tired, you go home. That's how we're doing international. So when you come, you see different tables, rooms, halls, places serving food. Crack. Cutlery is making noise. Yes. So like one guy said, I'll give a box of chicken. If everybody even gives 10, you can all eat with it. So anything you can bring, a tin of milk, whatever. That is what is called the sponsorship, whatever. So if you can also do some, that's fine. Then food outings. The church or specific groups, couples, pastors, Sunday school teachers, may go out together to eat, strengthening the bonds outside of the church also. Then Be My Guest Week. The church invites specific people, new converts, community veterans, or those with special needs to be treated and hosted with meals. So there are people in the area, let's say that we want to invite assemblyman, whatever, want to eat with them. People, so we are bringing them as our guests and all of that. Joint family outings. Following the apostolic model of eating from house to house, families or cell groups can host one another for meals to build intimacy and strong family relationship or friendship. I've given 10 already. How to fund breaking of bread in the church. A church does not necessarily have to fund eating activities directly from its coffers. Number 1, members contributing meals. Individuals or families can prepare and bring meals to share during fellowship gatherings. 2, resource sharing and fellowship dinner in homes. Members can host fellowship dinners in their homes, pooling resources together to reduce costs. Let's say that, for instance, during Christmas, I stand in front of the church and I tell every couple to host a family. So this man is married. This lady too is married. This man can tell this lady that I would like to host you and your husband and your children in my house for Christmas. So your wife and the 2 wives can be cooking or anything, based on how you guys want to plan it. And we have a platform that when you do it, you put a picture there. Is it a nice idea? So, and you see, when you have money, one of the things that is you want people to come and eat from your house, especially when you have a nice house. You want people to come there. Or your wife is a good cook. You always want people to come to the house. I have a pastor friend. He invited me to come. The wife cooked plenty. I said, how many people? He said, only you. You just want people to come around. So that people who can just serve food, drinks, anything. You can even have a barbecue area, whatever. Among families in the church, it can be cell groups, it can even be departments. Like our SDA guy, Pastor Abed, the guy at the back here, I've seen he hosts some people, a lot of people. The wife did a lot of, when was that? Before the new year. Yeah. Is it you? Who did you host? All the married couple came. Who did you host? Your sheep. Who else? So it's something we encourage. So that one, the church doesn't pay anything. It's just having. We want people to be friends in the church. You understand? I saw Frederick too. Jennifer and Co, they were also doing something in their homes with Stephen and all of that. It's very powerful. It's very wonderful. And if people are not doing it in the church, you should speak against it. Because you have to uphold the practices of the church. So if you can't allow somebody to host you. Yes. This guy, has hosted me before, but it's long ago. These days I've stopped because I realize that going to people's homes is one of the biggest burden they have. Pastor is coming. Hey, it's like there's so much pressure. So now I've stopped. So I rather want to eat with them in church. That is not like it's because their wives are under pressure. What should I do? Should I change the curtains? Should I? Meanwhile, we are just coming into. I realized that the stress was too much for some of them. And it's not because of it. I'll come with slippers, but just that they feel like to impress, or it's not easy for them. So I've stopped. But in church, we do it together. But among ourselves, it's not, and I encourage it. Are you here? I'm just showing how it is funded. Is it important? I'm showing the pattern. This is how that's how we become friends. That's how the church is supposed to be built. I'm talking about apostolic model of the church. And I've come to the place where breaking of bread, I said Acts chapter 2, verse 42, 47, is a summary of all the activities of the apostolic church. Breaking of bread is what I have reached. Are you here? Number next. Church allocation. The church may set aside a small budget to support food-related fellowship activities. Food sponsorship. Volunteers or families can sponsor meals for specific services or groups within the church. For instance, on our Christmas, one of the pastors, he decided to sponsor every food that they are serving that day. We have a certain Christmas service that day we eat food. The good 20s. Carol service. On the carol service day, we give free food. And he decided to sponsor it by himself. One person. He paid for everything. So that's also, so you can also suggest. In our church, we give breakfast to all the children who come to church. And it is not paid by the church. It is paid by people who volunteer to do it. They give to it. I have given a couple of times to it. So that the children can be free there and enjoy God. When you ask a child in this church, do you like school or church? They say, I like church. Last week I asked my children, church or school? Fanon said, no. I like church. It's David that likes school. And I said, why? He said, all my friends are in church. That's the first thing he said. And he also said, because of the hospitality table, there are a lot of things there. Yes. He said anytime he comes here. And because he's pastor student, a lot of church members buy things for them. So they like it. All the toffees, they come when they sleep, you see that it's in their pocket. So partnership with local businesses, restaurants, caterers, or food vendors may also partner with the church to provide discounted or donated meals. People in the church. Next point. Fundraising events. Organize special events, book sales, food fairs, etc., where proceeds go directly to funding breakfast activities or breaking of bread activities. Rotational hosting. Different groups within the church, choir, youth, couples, can take turns providing food during fellowship. Community donations. Encourage members and well-wishers to donate food items or groceries instead of cash offerings. Special offerings for fellowship meals. Designate occasional offerings, especially for food-related fellowships in the church. Provide from the sales of snacks. Like in this church, you see a lot of them selling kebab, pork, those things. When they get profit, they use it to sponsor. For instance, which of the meetings do they pay for? Hospitality pays for. They pay it from money they generate from the things they serve. The money doesn't come to the church. For instance, we have Red Portizo, which is Valentine's service. One of the days, we give free food. It is done by the hospitality people. And it's free. And anytime we have fasting and prayers, we give porridge for people. Not food, like porridge, small cup of. They pay for it and do it free of charge. And it's not by force. They also stand there. If you're interested, just eat some. If you are not interested, you can also. And they do that from the proceeds, from the things they sell. The snacks they sell. I'm just talking about funding. If it is important, it has to be done. You can come to the church and see a lot of things and you will not even notice that this is what is going on. I believe that there's no need to hide, and whatever we are doing, if it is helpful, I'm just sharing. Yeah, just sharing. I'll come to prayer. When I come to prayer too, I'll show you another thing. But we will not get there today. We are ending right now. I don't like it when I'm preaching and people are doing this. Set up hospitality ministry. If it is not, I would have called some of the people in the hospitality ministry and the things they do, how they do it. But it's late. Or we should do it. Okay, so call Jennifer, call Mildred, call maybe like 5, 6 of them. Quickly. How does the hospitality ministry work? Or it's not important? Or I should skip it? Anyway, let's skip it. He said, hospitality should be seen as a ministry, not just an office duty. When someone is appointed, all these things are too plain. The church must have the culture of eating together. The church must consciously build the culture of eating together, because the family that eats together stays together. Just as a home must have food to sustain natural life, the church must have the fellowship of breaking of bread to sustain unity. Many families are destroyed because they do not cook nor share meals time or dining time. Eating together is not only about food, it's also about fellowship. Sitting around the table creates a space for conversation, understanding, and bonding in the home. In the same way, when the church eats together, it strengthens unity. Breaking bread is a cultural phenomenon that will highly enrich the church. A modern church must therefore embrace eating together as part of its rhythm of life, because sharing meals build shared hearts.